They did it. They actually did it. These are the update notes, that's me, and they actually put the Hacky control scheme from my last video into the game. Okay, remember spin rhythm from last video? There are a bunch of different ways to play the game, and I showed 4 of them, plus a control scheme of my own using a modified version of Joystick Mapper, which converts stick movements and button presses to virtual mouse events. Basically, I played spin rhythm with a control scheme of my own making, and now they've included it in the game. Turns out they had experimented with something like it before, and my video inspired them to include it in this update. There's a lot more in the update, cool new songs, custom tracks, but I'm going to focus on these controls. In the update notes they do say it doesn't quite have all the options I described in my video, but since this game uses Steam input so nicely, I'll show you how you can actually do everything I was doing, without having to use another program like I did. First, to try the new controls, just go to Options, Input, and check Use Rotating Joystick Controls. I found the default wheel sensitivity a bit slow, so I cranked it up to 1.5 to feel more like what I was doing in the last video. Let's give it a go. All you have to do to turn the wheel is to rotate your stick, like so. If you're using an Xbox One controller like I am, press A to tap or hold the wheel. Simple. Now, I found that I was getting the flicks and spins better with my right thumb than with my left. If we go back to the settings and check out the gameplay controls in Steam's input configurator, we'll see that while we can use the right stick to control the wheel as well, that doesn't really leave us with an easy option for tapping and holding with the left hand. Since the D-pad isn't doing anything else, let's just have it mirror the face buttons, down for tapping and right for beats. Back in the game, we can freely use both the default controls and mirror controls interchangeably. While having a dedicated tap button might work best for these tap blocks, I also have to hold the tap button while going through these curvy bits. But that feels a bit redundant. Why not just keep the wheel held for as long as the stick is engaged? Well, that's what I had working in the previous video, and while I had a dedicated tap button too, I preferred to just use the stick. And that's what the developers mean by their implementation working differently to mine. You can't just engage the stick to tap or hold the wheel. But thanks to Steam Input and the way that Spin Rhythm uses it, it's super easy to add this functionality. Let's go back to the gameplay controls in Steam's input configurator. Select one of your joysticks, Advanced Settings, Outer Ring Binding, and set it to Grab Wheel Touch. Do the same for the other joystick, and that's it. With simpler songs, one stick is all you need for a full combo. It's great fun. For higher difficulties, it's worth acknowledging that some parts are easier with a dedicated tap button, others easier with the outer ring binding, but there's nothing stopping you from using them all together. Go nuts with it! Spin Rhythm is in early access and you can find it at the link in the description. If you're unsure or want to wait until it's finished, consider adding it to your wishlist. Let me know if you like the rotating joystick controls or if you prefer playing another way. It's great to see so many options available, and this in particular is a great example of what can happen when players engage with the developers of games we love. Regulars on this channel would already have noticed this is my first time showing the Xbox One controller in my 3D overlay. It has no gyro, so you won't see any rotation during gameplay. But even without rotations, it's still handy to see exactly how I'm using the controller. DualShock Overlay still isn't ready to be released into the wild yet, but as you can see, I'm working on it. I'm also working on a Joystick Mapper update, and more videos to help explain why gyro controls will shape the future of gaming. So watch this space, subscribe if you don't want to miss anything, comment below and tell me what else you'd like to see me play, and let's change how games are played.